everyone, it's Mike Regan here, GamingRing.com, with the current U.S. champion, Kofi Kingston.
That's right.
Current THQ Superstar Challenge.
Indeed, indeed.
Undisputed, you beat Shelton Benjamin.
That's right. Yeah, that was pretty cool. You know, I knew when Shelton came up to challenge me, I really had no, I couldn't let him off the hook, you know. It would have, you know, my win would have been in question had I not beaten him, so I'm glad I did.
Now, you're very competitive, obviously, in the wrestling ring. You're also very competitive in the video game arena. There has been a war of words between you and Legacy member Cody Rhodes. I just had a chance to interview both members of Legacy, and I asked Cody about, you know, Kofi and the interviews that you've been doing previously.
And hopefully he told you the truth, right? What did he tell you?
No, he said that he's the true gamer. He's not a wannabe gamer. That you're the wannabe gamer. He's the one with the Triforce on the boots, and that he beat you like with Mike Tyson, like you owed him money.
Wow.
And then the match prior to that, he lost by a DQ, by for a headbutt.
Exactly. Now, when he was getting, let me talk about that match that he got himself disqualified. He realized he couldn't win, you know, and he, you know, resorted to low blows and headbutts just so I couldn't get the knockout. That's the kind of guy that Cody Rhodes is. I mean, he's decent. He's a decent game player. You know, we've split, you know, 1-1. But as far as, you know what I'm saying, as far as Cody being, you know, the best on the sticks, he's been dodging me. You know what I'm saying? He goes on Xbox Live probably once every 2 or 3 weeks. You have to really hunt him down to get him to play. But that's all good, you know what I'm saying?
Well, obviously he's scheduled. You know, obviously you know as a WWE superstar, you're never home.
I find time to play. I'm sure he can find time to play too, especially when we have something to settle. You know what I mean?
Now he said that he beats you in all types of games like Madden, Halo, Call of Duty, every game that he basically mentioned, he said he owns you at.
Cody, as far as video games are concerned, he's a fraud in gamers' clothing. You know, he's a fraud in gamers' clothing. As far as Halo is concerned, he's a quitter. You see, you know, he's one of those guys that has the 99% DNF rate. That's the did not finish percentage. You know what I'm saying? If he's losing, then he quits the game. That's just his nature. As far as Madden, he doesn't want to see me in Madden. You know, I'm sure you probably read it on the internet and on the tickers that Kofi Kingston is the Madden king. You know what I'm saying? If Madden was a temple, Kofi Kingston would be the abbot. You know what I'm saying? That would be my school. And Cody Rhodes is more than welcome to be one of my students. You know what I'm saying? One of my disciples. I'll take him under the wing. Come one, come all. You know how it is.
What team do you use on Madden?
I usually use the Patriots, you know, because I spent quite a bit of time in New England, in Boston. Yeah.
So John Cena's your best friend, basically. So I mean, he's a big Patriots fan.
I like John Cena. Yeah. He's one of my friends for sure.
Now, we're here covering Smackdown vs. Raw 2010. You're obviously, you know, right on the screen. You're a big part.
Oh, there he is.
There you are.
Perfect.
Yeah. What do you think about your character this year?
Yeah, I got a chance to play it one time, and it's actually a very different game than last year. It's a very different game. I'm very impressed. Here I am on the top rope. You know, high risk, high reward. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I jump around a lot. They got, you know, I do like a double leapfrog move into a splash or an elbow, and they got that in there too. So the game just keeps getting more and more accurate. You know what I mean? So the THQ definitely does a good job.
What is your favorite move in the game? Is all of them?
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess right now that double leapfrog move into the back elbow. You know, I've only played it one time, so I haven't had a chance to really do all my signature stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Are you the type of person who plays as yourself in a game, or do you create a wrestler, or, you know, maybe an old school wrestler, or maybe like a superhero like Spider-Man? I know you're a big comic book fan, so.
That's right. I actually have not made Spider-Man. That's probably the guy who, you know, I always used to create myself in video games, and now, like the past 2 years, I haven't had to do it. So, you know, I normally do use myself because it's still pretty cool to actually say that I'm in a video game. You know, I'm just very fortunate and very. It's just a cool feeling. It's just a cool feeling. So, but I know we'll have to put Spider-Man on that list. You know,
definitely. Now, this year you can make your own logo. So,
is that right?
Yeah, so you make the whole Spider-Man logo.
I'm learning more and more about the game every time. You guys know more about the game than I do, and every time I hear something, it's always a good thing. So, yeah, I'm looking very forward to playing it.
Will you be defending your title next year for the THQ Superstar Challenge at WrestleMania weekend? Absolutely.
If all goes according to plan, I should be able to defend my title. You know, I mean, I wouldn't miss that tournament for the world. I mean, the year before, last year, I took second. This year, you know, I took first. I beat Shelton, who came back from the past to, you know, to challenge me. And I'm sure next year is going to be a riot, too. You know what I'm saying?
Anyone you looking forward to facing? I know WWE's are a lot of gamers. I heard even Kane is a big gamer. And so
that's right.
You would never think he'd be a big gamer.
You would never know. You would never know. You know, you don't want to lose to Kane, though, because, you know, he's not a very good loser. You know what I'm saying? But as far as gamers, you know, Cody Rhodes, obviously, we talked about. Tommy Dreamer, Hornswoggle plays video games. We have a couple of security guards that play video games. So there's quite the gaming ring, you know. As far as next year's opponent that I'm looking out for, JTG has been talking a lot of trash, you know. Every time I turn around, he's always talking about, you know, how he's going to beat me next year, when last year he wasn't even in the tournament.
No, I had a chance to interview him, and he was saying, like, what's up with that? I'm not even in the tournament.
That's what I'm saying. You know, he could have entered the tournament, but I'm pretty sure he chose not to enter the tournament. But, you know, we'll cross that bridge when it comes. You know, tomorrow actually is a big day for JTG and Shad. With SummerSlam, you know, they're facing Chris Jericho and the Big Show for the Unified Tag Team Championship. So I'll pull for them tomorrow.
You're no stranger from the Big Show. You've had some physical altercations with the Big Show.
Right. The Big Show's beaten me up quite a few times.
He's a big boy. I've had a chance to meet Big Show, and shaking his hand is like shaking a baseball mitt.
That's right. He engulfs your whole hand with one handshake.
And I'm not a small guy. I'm 6'3", 300 pounds, and this is it's like.
There aren't many people on this world that Big Show doesn't make look smaller. So, yeah.
Obviously, you're the U.S. champion. There's a lot of contenders.
Yeah.
Miz, last week on Raw, threw his hat in the ring against you, throwing a challenge. Going to be answering that challenge anytime soon, or do you think he needs to get a couple more victories?
No, I have no problem. I've defended my championship in fatal 4 ways, 3 ways, you know, 6 ways, you know, the 6-pack challenge we had. I mean, I'm not afraid to defend the championship against anybody. As far as Miz, I mean, if you notice, he made the challenge to me right after I'd already been out. So if he really wanted to make the challenge, I don't understand why he didn't come out while I was out there, you know what I'm saying? But that's just the Miz's way, you know what I'm saying? He's very loud, and, you know, I'm not sure you saw the whole him claiming victories against Cena. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, he was 6-0 over John Cena. Well, he was.
That's what he was saying. Yeah. That's what he was saying. We all know the real deal, though. You know, when he faced Cena one-on-one, Cena beat him up pretty bad. So I wouldn't mind beating up the Miz pretty bad too. You know, but we'll see what happens in the future.
Kofi, it's been a pleasure. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you. All right.
Thank you.